Welcome to Sam TV. This is Secular Spotlight, the official podcast of the Secular Alliance of Michigan. I'm Chris McLaughlin, and this might be the last time I get to say that. Why? Because a few days ago, I was contacted by staff from the Freedom from Religion Foundation. And here, I'll show you a picture. There you go. They told me they're planning to rename their podcast Secular Spotlight, a name we've been using for quite a while now. The first message from Leo Costello struck a tone that felt a little dismissive. He wrote, "We want to assure you that this decision isn't meant to take anything away from your work. We just believe this name fits the spirit of our show." Then he gave me a deadline, July 23rd, before they just move ahead. I responded politely. I said, I've long been a fan of the FFRF and their work. I told them I'm open to discussing a transfer of rights if they're serious. And then within 5 minutes, I got a reply, not from Leo, but from one of their staff attorneys. They offered to draft an agreement. I said, sure, go ahead, make me an offer. But the truth is, I kind of like this name. I don't even know what I'd want in exchange because I like it. We built something with it, and apparently it has value. But that's not really what this is about. This is about something I've been warning about for years, that national atheist organizations, while doing some truly important work, often overshadow or undercut local efforts. They dominate the stage, absorb the resources, and then expect us to be grateful when they mention us in a newsletter. Take American Atheists. They list Michigan atheists on their affiliate page. Sounds great, right? But for 2 years, I've asked them to update the contact info, which still points to the wrong Facebook page and mailing address. Meanwhile, the listing for a local group run by their state rep, that one's spotless, all correct, all current. And so they have the bandwidth when it benefits them. And this isn't unique. FFRF has repeatedly shared photos and stories from events organized right here in Michigan. Events we planned, we promoted, we staffed, but in a way that gives the impression that they were here in the trenches with us, and they weren't. Now look, I'm not trying to start a turf war. We're all part of the same family. And I don't doubt that these national organizations want to support the secular movement, but I do question whether they truly understand what local communities need or what they take from us, intentionally or not. Here's a challenge. Next time you're at a local atheist meetup, ask this. How many people here donate monthly to a national secular group? Most hands will go up. Then ask, how many give to our local group? Watch most of those hands go down. And if you're lucky, a few will still stay up, and those are your real MVPs. But the imbalance is stark. And here's the thing. Nationals do great work. They file lawsuits. They write amicus briefs. They get media attention. But ask yourself, could some of that work be done more effectively and more impactfully by local organizations if they had the resources? Because when a local school principal sends Bible verses to staff over email, or when Michigan public school boards are required to have clergy-led advisory committees, or when our state still has a blasphemy law on the books, yes, that's real, who's going to step in? Not the nationals. Those cases are too small, too local, too underfunded, but they matter and they deserve action. And that's what local organizations do best. We know our communities. We understand the landscape. We're the first responders in the fight for secular values on the ground. Last year, we ran a statewide survey asking non-religious Michiganders what mattered most. And overwhelmingly, the top answer was community. That's the heart of it. Not lawsuits, not lobbying, not billboards, just the human connection of being around like-minded people who share your values. That's what keeps people going. And frankly, that's what the nationals are worst at. They can't provide it. And sometimes I think they might even prefer not to. Because here's a cynical take, and you can decide for yourself whether it's true. Isolated atheists donate more. When you're alone, when you're angry, when you feel like there's no one around who understands you, you're more likely to send money to a group that promises to fight for you. When you have a thriving local group, when you feel seen and supported, you might not feel the same urgency. And maybe that's bad for their bottom line. So no, I'm not telling you to stop supporting FFRF or American Atheists or any of the national groups. I support them myself. But maybe start by supporting your local organizations. Maybe prioritize the people who are actually in the room with you. You'll get more for your money, and you'll help build something that lasts. And as for the name, Secular Spotlight, well, maybe it gets taken. Maybe not. But if it does, just remember who had it first. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay engaged, and don't let the nonsense win.